Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Biostats Insight. Today we are going to discuss correlation. This is the topic of statistics where we need to learn what is the difference, what is the relation between dependent and independent variable and what type of relation it is and how it will be helpful in interpreting your data sets. What is correlation? So correlation is a statistical concept that helps you to measure the degree of two variables move in the relationship to each others. So basically in the correlation you are able to understand that two variables are directly related or not to each others and make some prediction about the data. Understanding correlation coefficient, there in the correlation we have correlation coefficient that is known as R, and with the value of R we can able to interpret correlation. So here R is ranges from -1 to +1. When it is 1, then it is known as perfect positive correlation, means whether the one value is increases the other variable also increases. For example, if we speed the car, then the race also be increases. So it is a direct relation to each others. Another one, R equal to -1. This is perfect negative correlation. As one variable is increases, other variable is potentially decreases. So here the example it is, if it is demand is increases, the supply might be decreases. Then R equal to 0, which means there is no correlation. For example, there is no correlation of the height and weight. So it is like there is no correlation between them. Types of correlation: with the help of graph you can able to understand. Positive correlation, variables move in the same directions. As x, where x and y we have a two variables, as x is increases y increases. In negative correlation, variables move in opposite direction. Example, as x is increases, y is decreases. There is no correlation, no relationship between two variables. Now we can able to understand here is another ways what is the positive correlation. Positive correlation, it is when one variable increases the other variable also be increases, or in other ways if one variable is decreases the other variable is increases. For example, the R of study increases, exam score tend to decreases. In their study, in their past studies, they have a data, and afterwards the data they can able to conclude that if hours of study increases, then the exam score tend to be increases. Negative correlation, you can see in the positive correlation here is the upgrade. I mean the graph is also be a outward directions. In the second one, negative correlation, there is a dynamic rotation of the graph. In the negative correlation, when one variable increases, the other variable tend to decreases and vice versa. For example, as R is spent watching TV increases, grade time to be decreases. There is no correlation. Here in the graph you can see there is a x and y axis, and there is a point that is the variables, and you can see there is a no relationship between any variables. So the amount of tea consumed and the number of book read, it does not have any correlation. Now, so here is the scatter plot. A scatter plot, it's a plot where this will help you to understand the correlation in the graphical representations, where each dot represents a single data points from both axes, where this is known as x-axis and this is known as your y-axis. Visualize correlation. Here you can see if it is we have one variable and other variable, then the straight line towards it is known as positive correlation. If it is downwards, so it is known as negative, and if it is there is no pattern in between, so it is consumed as in no correlations. That's all for today, and we will come up with next topic. Please like, subscribe if you like the content. Bye bye.